that this guy that she knows makes, and like she likes egg and bacon with a wee bit of chili sauce and all, and he makes it perfectly for her. And she's all happy, she's got her sandwich. And then she gets chased down by a bad guy, and she trips. And you just see the sandwich fly out, and like there's the egg and the bacon hitting the floor. And she cries over it, because she's so upset that she's lost her sandwich.
See, that's pure Harley. That to me is really Harley Quinn. Like.
Yeah.
One of the big contentious issues about it is the violence and the gore.
It's not so bad. Because one of the things that Black Mask likes to do is take people's faces.
Yeah.
So at the start you see people hung upside down, and the first guy, obviously he's getting the face cut off, but it cuts away before you see anything too brutal. Now, they dispatch a bad guy at the end of this. I'm not going to say who for spoiler purposes, but the bad person in question gets kicked off a pier and a grenade explodes inside them.
Right.
And I mean, you won't see it coming.
See, my big concern about this, and I've seen other people complain about this as well, and I know for a lot of people it's not an issue. People like yourself, it's not an issue, and I understand that. But I have a little girl who absolutely loves Harley Quinn.
She will not get to see this movie for a very long time.
And from what I'm hearing, she's absolutely... Now, she loved Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
Right? And my son loves Suicide Squad as well. And Suicide Squad came out in 2016.
Yeah.
So, if we play by the rules, that means it's basically 10 years until she gets to see another movie with Harley Quinn in it.
Yeah.
Because from what I'm hearing, James Gunn's Suicide Squad is going to be in 18s as well, or an R-rated movie.
It's there's a lot of foul language in it too.
The language doesn't bother me so much.
Yeah.
It's more like sex and gore.
There's no sex. The gore is either blatant CGI or it's over before it starts.
Right. No, I'm not saying I'm going to sneak her into or anything. I'm just curious. I'm just curious. You know, because for me, I honestly don't believe, and I know a lot of people disagree with me, I don't believe a movie needs to be overly gory or violent unless you're going for a balls-out horror movie.
Yeah.
I don't believe it has to be those things. You know, I liked Once Upon a Deadpool every bit as much as I like Deadpool 2.
Oh, yeah, of course.
I think it's just as good. If the writing's sharp and everything else, it can cut away just at the right moment. You can drop a fuck for a, you know, for a shit or for a, you know. I don't think it needs to have those things.
No.
Which is why I'm not concerned about Deadpool coming into the MCU, where a lot of other people are. Doesn't bother me. I grew up with Punisher and being in Spider-Man comics. So, and I loved Punisher before he was tearing people's faces off and blowing people up. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't think it needs to be those things.
No, not at all.
So for me, I've heard that the violence and the gore in this movie actually does work pretty well, but I don't want it to feel like it's just there because they could. It's
cartoony and over the top like the rest of the movie.
Right. Yeah. See, this is how I felt about Logan. We talked about Logan. I loved Logan, but I just felt that the gore and the bad language was unnecessary and gratuitous.
Yeah, and it's not just that. It doesn't exactly help the absolute somber, morose tone of the movie either.
Yeah. So, I don't know. And I don't know if you've watched...
I got to hear Patrick Stewart say a curse word.
Have you watched Picard?
No, I haven't seen Picard.
Right, Picard's actually quite good so far.
I don't know, like, I'm staying away from the CBS Star Trek completely now.
Yeah, well, Discovery turned me off so bad. Like,
I watched the pilot of Discovery and I just went, what the hell is this?
Yeah, I hate Discovery. But Picard's not bad. But again, there's a couple of F-bombs in the last episode.
Of Picard?
And it's just like, why?
Just so we can hear Patrick Stewart say curse words.
No, he doesn't say it. It's not him.
It worked in Logan.
It's not him. But I have a funny feeling he will drop him by some point.
Of course you know he will.
But I just don't like
Can
this.
we please let it be shut the fuck up, Wesley?
Yeah.
Please.
No, yeah, that would be fun.
Please make it that. And that's how you end the series.
But you see, I called this a few years ago when Deadpool came out, right? I said, look, I love Deadpool. Deadpool 2 is one of my all-time favourite comic books.
Of course, yeah.
I love Deadpool 2. But I also called that it would be the Batman Forever effect, where it would ruin
what we know. And
I think that's happening. And I think I knew Marvel wouldn't do it, but DC are doing it.
Well, see, I would say, and I'll say this in my actual write-up, but it's basically Birds of Prey is DC's latest attempt in the throw everything at the wall and see what sticks approach. So they've tried so many different things, and do you know what? They've had success. Wonder Woman, brilliant. Shazam, amazing. So, and with this one, it's just kind of back to, okay, so you were trying the whole light, campy, fun tone, and it's, yeah. You know, like, it's like DC, like, Marvel have found their voice. It's a very generic voice, but they found it.
Oh, yeah.
And they're keeping with that.
And as much as I have problems with the Marvel Universe, I can't knock them for that.
Yeah, and
I can't knock them for
DC haven't.
Yeah.
DC haven't found their unique tone and approach yet. All they're doing is hopping on various bandwagons and seeing what works.
I agree with that. And the thing about it is, if you go back to the start, when Man of Steel came out and Batman v Superman, the problem was, it's too adult, it's too somber. And now this is where they're going again. Everybody's like, oh my God, it's amazing.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And Marvel are kind of going down that way, it feels, with their TV shows, which is fine as well.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just worry that down the line, to me, a comic book movie, and I know, because Joker, for example, was a standalone movie. It wasn't for kids, and that's fine. But if you're going to create a universe, it can't be one thing and the other.
Yeah.
You have to find a middle ground and stay there. Do you understand what I mean?
No, absolutely right, yeah.
You know, and like what's eventually going to happen is they're going to start a movie they're going to start a story in a PG movie and finish it in an 18s movie.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
And you're going to alienate half your audience right away.
Yeah.
And that's coming. That's going to happen.
And besides, like with the Marvel movies, the highest you're going to get in an age rating there is 12.
Yeah.
So it means that kids can grow up watching these movies and they can enjoy them and keep enjoying them. And they're not missing out. And the best thing as well, and a lot of people don't seem to realise this, is Marvel wouldn't dare make an 18-rated movie.
Yeah.
They wouldn't dare, because that's alienating one of the top demographics of people that go to the cinema.
Mm-hmm. And like these movies depend on people like me taking my kids and then them going to the next movie. And this is what these movies are all about.
But again, I blame Warner Brothers if I'm going to blame anyone, because they are struggling with catch-up here. Like, look at the likes of Disney Plus. They've got their own version of Netflix now. Netflix as well. It's all streaming services. How many people do you know that still go to the cinema? If it's not for something super big or overly hyped or important, they're all sitting going like, "I'll catch it on Netflix."
I'll catch it on Netflix. I can't remember the last time I went to see a movie. Well, it was Rise of Skywalker. Might have been the last thing I saw in the cinema.
Yeah. I think it's the last thing I saw in the cinema as well. No, it was either Jumanji or Rise of Skywalker before I went to see Birds of Prey.
By the way, I really like Jumanji.
Oh yeah, I love Jumanji.
I really enjoyed Jumanji. And I like where they're going in the next one.
Oh, definitely, yeah, that post-credit scene. Yeah. Pretty cool. But no, there's a lot of people now, like, that's the standard line. I'll wait till it comes out online. I'll wait till the Netflix release. I'll wait till the Disney Plus release. Warner Brothers, aside from that DC Universe thing, which isn't even outside of America yet, and we have plans for Disney Plus to come here next month, they don't have a dedicated streaming service.
Oh, well, they do, HBO Max.
I know, but that's not Warner Brothers.
It is.
But it's not called Warner Brothers.
No,
it's called
not,
HBO Max.
It is Warner Brothers.
You know, whereas Disney Plus, that is their big umbrella. So not only do they have the likes of Marvel in there, they've got Star Wars now as well. They've got all of the Disney shows. So there's more chance of people signing up to Disney Plus than there is HBO Max or the DC Universe or whatever it is. So what are you going to go for? Are you going to go for more bang for your buck? Yeah, so that's, again, where Marvel are getting it right.
Yeah.
DC aren't. They're not being managed properly.
I do think Marvel are in danger of sabotaging one for the other, though.
In what way?
I do think they're going to get to the point where it'll almost be like, well, why would you bother going to the cinema? Because there's like 20 shows on their streaming service and the movie be out at Christmas on the stream.
Yeah.
You know, I think they'll actually end up shooting themselves in the foot.
I don't think they will. I think the opposite effect will happen. I think people that sign up for Disney Plus will be more willing to go to the cinema.
Okay.
And the reason why I say that is because it's all so interconnected now. You have to, like, it's like chapters in a book. Like, you read the first 10 chapters, the next chapter you read is going to be chapter 11. And be that on Disney Plus, be that in the cinema, be that on an app, you're going to want to read the next chapter because you're invested in the story and the characters.
Maybe.
That's the way I see it going.
Right.
I think I'll do it.
I think that'll catch us up. We're going to have to try and do this more regular.
Indeed we will.
Because there's a lot of news and a lot of us not covering stuff. And I have to say as well, on followthenerd.com, for anybody that does stay up to date on the site, I haven't been anywhere near as active on the site recently. because I'm working nights and I'm just busy during the day, and it's just really, really hard. So I apologise for that.
You should. How dare you have a life?
I normally send myself stories that I know need to be written up and everything else, and I have like 100 stories sitting at the minute in a basket,
Lord.
and I know they're not going to get covered. So I'm thinking about maybe what I might do is do like a catch-up post where there's just loads of different things.
Yeah.
I might do that, but I've stories that are dating back months. You know, because what happens is you're like, right, you have these 2 stories, and then all of a sudden a big trailer comes out or a big announcement. You're like, no, I need to do that, and those other stories get pushed back, and then there's just like a
And of course, it would be very remiss of us if we didn't talk about Kirk Douglas as well.
Oh yes, last night.
Yeah, 103. He hung in there.
Very sad. Yeah, and it's both sad and not sad. You know? But
I mean, the man lived to see his son become an old man.
I know, an absolute legend too.
Like what bad could you say about that?
I know, an absolute legend. Right. On that note, we're going to sign off. A lot of big stuff to look forward to this year.
Indeed there is, yes.
And the irony being that we're complaining about seeing all our heroes getting old, and we can't wait to go and see all those movies about our heroes getting old.
Yeah, even though we ourselves are getting old.
And we are getting old.
I'm 30 in 2 weeks.
I'm 43. Deal with it.
I'm 30.
Is that all you are, 30?
I'm going to be in my 30s.
Fuck me.
Yeah, I'm 29.
I remember those days.
Yeah. No, see, the great thing is you were married at 29.
Yeah.
I wasn't.
Yeah, and still aren't.
I'm still not.
Yeah.
For God's sake.
Get the finger out.
I know.
Fuck's sake.
We need
a night out. We need a night out.
I know, I'm sitting here like Bruce Wayne in the mausoleum.
Brutal.
Honestly.
Right, well, hopefully we'll have another one of these shows before your birthday.
Fingers
when is
crossed.
Your birthday?
17th.
Yeah, we'll try and do that.
Happy days.
Do an FTN Valentine's special. You're going to write a review of Birds of Prey of the day?
I'm going to write a review of Birds of Prey.
So by the time this podcast goes out, the review will be on followingthenerd.com. You're still doing all your Doctor Who. We didn't even talk about Doctor Who.
We didn't talk about Doctor Who.
You're doing all your Doctor Who.
Good.
I don't know what to make of Doctor Who. I've never seen a more inconsistent show.
I know.
Because one episode's brilliant and the next episode's absolute crap.
Yeah.
And it's just... Every time it's Walking Dead again,
isn't it? Though
I'm just like, right, I'm done.
No,
that one was really good.
No, it's worse than Walking Dead because at least Walking Dead you could be guaranteed at least half a season that was good, and half a season that was bad. Whereas with this, it's like good episode, shit episode, good episode, shit episode.
I know, because we now have Joe. What's her name? Joe Marsh? Is it? No, Joe. What do you call the actress?
Oh, I didn't pay attention.
There's no other way to say it. The black woman, the black doctor. The new doctor. Big news about. Which she was phenomenal. I really liked her.
So did I.
I thought she was really, really good. But I can't help feeling that this is a big FU to the fans.
Of course it is.
Which is really disappointing.
It's stick at them sweet views, bro. Let's get them clicks.
It's really disappointing because I feel that there was real potential there because the actress, she was better than Jodie Whittaker.
Yeah.
and again, I like Jodie Whittaker. I just feel she has no presence as the Doctor.
Yeah. Whereas if this Doctor walked into your room, you'd shut the hell up.
From the first moment, even before, and it's not spoilers because it was 2 weeks ago. Even before we found out she was the Doctor, I liked her.
Yeah.
I thought she was a really cool character, and because it opened with her, I knew we were going to go on a journey with this character.
Yeah.
But I just feel that. It's just this whole thing that the only reason we're not doing these things anymore for storytelling or for real reasons, we're just doing it as look how progressive we are, when at the heart of every story should be good storytelling.
Exactly. And you shocked the hell out of me there today when we were talking about it off air, and you turned around to me and said Chibnall isn't even gonna may not even explain where this Doctor came from.
Yeah, he said that they're going to leave it deliberately ambiguous.
Jesus. Because that's good writing, isn't it?
And Captain Jack is not going to be back this season, apparently.
Why? He didn't do anything.
I know.
He just sat there in a spaceship going, are you the Doctor? No. Are you the Doctor? No. Are you the Doctor? No. Well, I'm shit.
And by the way, just in case on the off chance that somebody that works for the Radio Times is listening to this show...
They're not, but do go on.
Stop spoiling things so fecking soon.
Yeah.
I work nights. I never get to watch Doctor Who on the night.
No, neither do I. I watch it on the Monday.
The Radio Times, because I follow them on Twitter and Facebook and blah, 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 so I'm going to stop doing that. Literally, the moment the episode aired, they had 2 stories up. The first one was John Barrowman on his big return as Captain Jack, and the second one was, we can't believe we finally have a black Doctor. And those 2 stories literally must have been scheduled to come out the minute the episode ended.
Brilliant.
Which is not fair. because not everybody gets to watch those episodes.
No,
I had the man